The 2018 edition of the Upongolo Mayoral Cup took place recently. This sports tournament began more than a decade ago in the small KZN town of Upongolo and sees scholars from deep rural areas that surround Upongolo come together to compete in a two-day tournament. The Mayoral Cup includes many sports codes in its yearly schedule, namely soccer, ladies soccer, netball, dance, table tennis, boxing, rugby, basketball, chess, tennis, cricket, athletics and volleyball. In an effort to improve on previous years of the tournament, the Upongolo municipality has joined forces with the likes of His Royal Highness Prince ZUlu of Onkweni in an effort to change young lives and improve the economy of Upongolo.
The purpose of these mayoral games is to search talent, especially the one of this year. We've had mayoral cups in several years, but there was nothing much that came out of that, especially in terms of having kids or players playing in the big teams. So this year's Mayoral Cup is different because we've invited Dr. Khumalo and Helman and the likes to come and search the talent in our kids. So that will be a motivation to our kids that will be playing this time around.
This is the program that is run holistically by the municipality. We don't have sponsors so far, but we anticipate to have sponsors in the near future so that we can take this program in a bigger level, so that we mobilize more youth to come and participate and more sporting codes also to be included in our program, because so far it's limited to what we currently have in the local area.
His Royal Highness was on hand to fill us in on his role in this notable initiative.
I like initiatives such as this, and I don't wait to get invited when it's come to issues of development, especially of sport. You know, I just take it within myself to make sure that, you know, I work with societies that are working for change. I have a Prince ZUlu Foundation Trust that also does certain things with regard to sports development and art development. So we've got sort of an ongoing relationship that we have created over the years in working together in terms of such programs that engages our youth on positive developments.
Legends such as Dr. Khumalo and Helman Mkhalele playing a pivotal role in the tournament are testament to the tireless efforts of the Upongolo municipality.
They've been doing this Mayoral Cups for years, and they're trying to do it in a different way each and every season that they do the Mayoral Cup. And it's a great pleasure and honor to be here, and myself and Helman Mkhalele and some of the guys that are going to be the selectors of the players. So I think they're heading towards the right direction.
Yeah, you know, like I love sport, and also I'm so grateful by giving an opportunity to plow back, you know, especially to plow back to the community that supported me, and more especially people that we didn't have an opportunity to say thank you to them, because I never thought one day I would be coming here in Pongola, you know, and interacting with the people. But more importantly is to come in here and motivate them and encourage them, you know, to pursue their dreams, you know, and also emphasizing the importance of pursuing education.
Day one of the tournament commenced as scholars from their respective wards gathered to showcase their talents and put their training and preparation into action. Municipal Manager Musa Ngumalo gave us some insight as to how the tournament is set up.
As we are here today, we are at a later stage now. It started from the wards. People, they were playing in the ward, competing, and then the coaches down there in the wards nominated their squad that they were going to use in this level. And as a municipality, we then invited the legends to come and assist us in identifying the players that we are going to use now on our squad as a municipality, going to a district level. But all what we want as a municipality, we want to have a well-identified team of young people, because from here we go straight to the district, and in December there will be Salka Games where all districts in the province will be also competing. So we want to position our district as Zululand but starting from Pongola, where we are today, because the district cannot perform if the local do not perform. That's what is our approach from here.
Although hampered by some rain on the day, coaches and selectors gave most of the outdoor sports a green light as everyone had travelled from far and wide to validate their inclusion in the multi-sports tournament. President of KZN Netball, Themba Mkhize, was on hand to assist with the selection process to make up a netball mayoral team.
Well, there is no other thing that can help them to become better citizens and healthy citizens. They have got to play in sport. Besides the fact that sport is now becoming a business on its own, because it's not about playing only, it's also careers. There are a lot of careers in sport, and South Africa is transforming sport into making it something that you can live with, you can earn living. And when you combine it with education, you combine it with a career, you're definitely able to change not only your life but the life of your family members as well.
Namhlanje besijabule kakhulu ukuthi sizodlala iMayoral Cup for the first time kulo nyaka lona, kodwa even though imvula inetha kodwa besijabulile nje ukuthi sizodlala sikwazi nokuselect ufudlale kahle wa impressa alaba abaselectayo abaphethe sports uye kwezinye indawo.
Ngizizwa ngirayide kakhulu, ngijabulile nje ngale mdlalo esidlalayo, nami ngiyathemba ukuthi ngizoba iphatha laba abaselectiwe. Netball iyaqoqana njengengane. Netball manje kuthiwa sodlala akubi bikho la ukuthi umunye umntwana utholakala udla ama drugs, utshwala. Netball nje iyasiqoqa thina singabantwana entsha kakhulu.
Yes, you see, nowadays our children, they sit on cell phones, they are on Twitters, on WhatsApp and whatever, and they are not physically active. So these sports, they help the learners, they help the children to be physically active. So now it is very, very important that we talk to these girls as young as they are. From the age of 13 years, we put them in the sport. We make them work like this. I mean, they change their focus. They only know that they are at school and also they are in netball.
Mayan Shabati shared with us her thoughts on the positive impact that sport can have on the local youth.
According to my perspective, I think because if there is no activity that the youth is involved in, they have no option but to go to all those social ills because there's no alternative. There's nothing that they can do. Healthy minds live in healthy bodies, so they say. So we believe that if they are focusing on sport, they will be healthy. But it has not to be sport only, but it has to be together, concurrent with education. So that's what we are promoting, that during the day they are at school, then after that they have to be at sport. So we are certain that they can be focused. They can't be all those social ills that they are involved in. So sport is very much important.
We moved indoors away from the rain to see how the passionate local youngsters maneuvered around the tables with bats in hand and ping pong balls in motion. Ngosinati, manager of table tennis in the district, explained the benefit that the Upongolo Mayoral Cup has on the code.
Ingane zamanje ayikho into eziyaziyo ngaphandle ukuthi kuye iphume izodlala noma siyenze into ebhedayo. So ingane kama yodlala isikhathi idlala ngento eright, isikhathi idlala ngento ebhedayo. So ke sayeqoqa sithi ngoba size la lapho khona sodlala khona isport. Mawufika la ufike udlala noma bisiphi isport. Ngoba maningi amakhodi adlala ngaphathi ebackground. Bese sibona ukuthi wena ufitha kuphi ke bese sithatha sikhetha kathi ukuthi simoke ufitha ka table tennis. So sake senze njalo ke siyakuthokozela kakhulu ukuthi sitrain abadlali abasebancane ukuze bakhule nalento futhi abadlali abancane ibona abadlali abadiscipline than abadlali abadala. So sibamba sasebancane ngoba sebadala ngeke usakwazi vele ukuthi uba control.
I thought ama-tournament alike njengalawa ayaphikhaphisa umdlali because ugcina seyibona izinga lakhe ukuthi udlala kanjani, because if lokho badlalisa abadlali badlalisa bodwa bengacompete i-performance yabo ngicabanga ukuthi ayinyuki, but if esedlala nabanye abadlali yakhona ukuthi i-performance yakhe inyuke ayibone nokuthi udlala kanjani.
Ngisho ukuthi siyasiza le sport kakhulu noma sinigcina singabantu abamnyama ku sport esingajwayelekile, kodwa nje thina siyasithanda le sport because siyakwazi ukuthi sesikhiphe nasendaweni ethu sikwazi ukubona nabantu esingabajwayela sibakujwayela babona amafoni sigcina sibabona live.
Probably the most common of all sports is soccer, and this was being contested at the Salati Sugar Mill football grounds. Legends of the beautiful game, Helben Mkalele and Dr. Kumalo, were on hand to scout some talent. We spoke to some players, media and municipal workers to get their perspective.
Sibambisene siyayazi lento esizoyenza la ukuthi imvula iyana akusho ukuthi kuzosithikabeza lokho kuzosenza singayenzi umsebenzi inenhloso esiphokophelele siwuphongolo.
Lokhu okuzena kuyaqala ukuvela kule ndawo lena lokhu kubaluleke kakhulu ithuba lingavelele umuntu linqa izivele ukuthi ulisebenzise uma ulithola ulibambe izandla zombili. Ngizizwa ngijabulile ngoba nami ngizoveza ikhono lami lana njengabanye abantu ngiveza ikhono lami njengebhola. Izinto ezikanje ziyasiza kokunye ngoba mhlawumbe abanye nasey'koleni bagcine bengasakhona ngokufunda bagcine bephumelele ngala talent ebhola. Kuyasiza ukuthi idlale ibhola ukuthi usokhona ukukhanisa talent elisha.
Ukutholakala kanje ulwazi ukuthola ey'ndaweni ey'kanje akusiza indawo kufanele kusale kuyo uma kwenziwa lento ngoba awazi ukuthi bangakubona bekwenze njani. Yabo uma uhamba indawo kanje fanele uma kunama-event akanje fanele kungasali.
Njengoba bedlala namhlanje uma ukuthi khona abazokhetha ngicela ukubabona ku-TV, ngicela ukubabona bedlalela amaqembu aphezulu njengo-Kaizer Chiefs, high rate ngamaqembu ahlukahlukeneyo. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi-ke bazokwazi nabo ukuthi bakhuthaze abanye abasafufuza abaphansi ukuthi nabo ababekezele ekugcineni kosuku kuyalunga.
Our hope here is to have prominent players coming from Pongola in cricket, in rugby, in boxing, in volleyball, in netball, in soccer, all these sporting codes. We want to have prominent players that will come from this program as a benefit of this program. Remember, we are using taxpayers' money to conduct these programs, and we should always have a value on it so that even society, when we explain how we utilize their money in these programs, and then we'll see a value of it so that we continue having this program.
Stay with us, as after the break, we bring you more action from other sporting codes on day 2 of the Uphongolo Mayoral Cup. The second day of Uphongolo Mayoral Cup began early on Sunday morning, and unlike the previous day, it was bright and sunny with the promise of a fun-filled day ahead. Before we could engage with the young sportsmen and women, we sat down with His Royal Highness Prince Zulu of Onkweni to get a sense of the status of the economy of Uphongolo and what it has to offer.
Uphongolo is a very beautiful area. It's one of the most critical parts of the northern Zululand. It's an area whose economy is based on agriculture. And if you enter Pongola, and you will see not just the landscape, but you'll be able to get a feel of the activities taking place for agriculture, like sugar mill, farmers that are, working to tilling the soil and making sure that the production is on time. Basically, it's a very small, peaceful, safe, small town.
We are offering the Big Five in our game reserves here, and the environment in our game reserve. You see, we've got the indigenous trees that some you can only find them here in Pongola, not anywhere in the world. We find them here in Pongola. We've got tiger fish in our dam, which is only found here. And we always have that facility, that competition also. We have competition where people come for catching the tiger fish. The one that will catch a tiger fish, and then we will be the winner. And then, but it's no, you don't take it home. You release it back to the dam. So that is very good. If also our heritage, because the Zulu kingdom is here next to us. There's a lot of heritage that we cherish with the Zulu kingdom, and of which we eat the history, the benefit that we have in our area. People can learn a lot in Pongola. There's a huge history that when we can share it with the world, people can be amazed that this is here in the deep rural area of Pongola.
Chess is one of the less common sports in rural areas. A game of strategy, chess is based on calculations and tactical awareness. We spoke with some of the passionate players who encouraged others to take up the sport.
The person who actually introduced me to chess was my father at the age of 7. He taught me and my brother. And then when I moved to this place from Johannesburg, I found this chess club that invited me. And I was very happy to continue with chess because chess is very educational to children. So I actually advise kids to play chess. It helps them with maths and also improves them in their English speaking, especially in rural areas.
Other sports, you have to run. Some of us have asthma, you know. I also have asthma, so I don't have to run. I'll just have to use my mind to think. So the kids that are watching this program now, I'd like to say chess is not so hard. They normally say chess is hard, chess is for smart people, chess is for white people. No, chess is not for smarties. Chess is just a game, an open game where you use your mind. You think out of the box and play.
I think I've learned a lot of things. It can change the behavior of children. Some they come to chess naughty and not respecting others, but when they get there, they know how to respect other people, and besides, it teaches them focus. Even myself, I spend a lot of my time training kids, avoiding going in other places which may affect my life badly. I'm very happy, I'm glad to see our community playing chess as blacks, and I believe in their potential. Believe me, few years to come will produce some grandmasters.
Playing in the annual Township Cricket Tournament at Hilton College with the prospect of being selected for KZN inland teams, young cricket players from Upongolo are using the gentleman's game as a tool to broaden their horizons.
Yeah, this is a huge program for these youngsters. It's a program run by the municipality, supported by the local sport confederation together with the local federations. So these youngsters get an opportunity to express themselves here, as cricket is a developing sport here in Pongola. And last year we had a number around 95. But if you can count this year, we're having around 160 players coming from these areas: Altona, Belgrade, Walbese, and 6 and also Matanyin. So they can take cricket as their career, as some they are closer on getting bursaries to different institutions here in KZN.
As we know that South Africa is surrounded by a cloud of crime and teenage pregnancy. So cricket encouraged me to stay away from those things because it encourages self-love, teamwork and respect. So cricket has played a huge role in my life.
His Royal Highness Prince ZUlu has taken full advantage of his institutional relationship with the Upongolo municipality in engaging with stakeholders to assist in improving the region's economy. Prince Zulu believes that youth empowerment in sport and the arts are critical in achieving this goal.
We felt that we need to partner, not just Upongolo. We have worked with a couple of members of our stakeholders, society, who are municipalities at different level and different parts of stakeholders. We have worked with them with the belief that we know that sport and art is the key. These two are the main critical things that I so believe in, because I know it will bring about a positive future and a positive world, because the youth only understand the activities that addresses their energy, and sport does just that.
Serving as motivation, encouragement and inspiration to young boys and girls, Natasha Kuduka and Amanda Swatboy gave selflessly of their time to be part of the Upongolo Mayoral Cup. They shared some inspiring words with youngsters.
These kids, they only see actresses, soccer players only on TV, and they believe that they can't make it because they're from rural areas. But if we go out there and show them that it's not only, they can also reach their dreams. I groom young ladies. I talk to them. I always tell them to go for what they want. Yes. And now working with the mayor and the prince, they say it takes a community to raise a child. So this is what's happening this weekend.
I got invited to this event to help with kids that are in need of a better future, maybe assistance. And as an entertainer and a speaker myself, I would say that sport and music go hand in hand together so that kids don't drift off the path, and they need something that's gonna bring them to do good things. And if we combine those two, then kids will be happy to come. And remember, kids like to play.
The children, more especially the young ladies, were more than thrilled to be in their presence.
Siyabonga ukuthi sikhonile ukubona amanye ama-celebrate ebe nathi lana sijabulile, kuyasikhuthaza kakhulu, kufuna sifunde more ukuzopractice lana nokudlala khona sobona abanye futhi abaningi nalabo sibabone namuhla. Ngiyathemba nabangekho lana nabo bazokhuthazeka ukuthi nabo bekhona ukuza lana nathi.
Ukubona ama-celebrities lana kungenze ngajabula, ngabona nathi sibalekile siwumasipala, amasipala asikhombisa ukuthi uyasithanda. Ngajabula ukuthi nabanye ama-celebrities afike azosibona because akhombisa ukuthi nawane endaba nathi ukuthi engadela isikhathi sawo efike lana ezoba nathi nje ukuthi ebe around. And lokho kusenza ukuthi sizine siphile si-special.
As it was Women's Month when the tournament was held, the mayor was compelled to share her words of encouragement and advice to young ladies.
I'm not sure whether to say fortunately or unfortunately, out of all the sporting course, netball is the one that I understand. Yeah, so that's why I usually focus on netball whenever there are games. But to our young girls, we want to say that they must be independent. Education is more important. Get education, get your job, and have your own things. Do not depend on male, especially.
I would like to say to the kids, as young ladies, they must go to school. They must do their sports and work hard for themselves. They must not focus on other, like on men. Like now, this is August, Women's Month. So all I can say is they must just go to school and focus on school, do their sports, and so that they can reach their goals in life.
You can do sports for a very long time. Remember, sports makes you healthy and makes you open your mind as well, makes you energized. And if you're passionate about what you're doing, you can get bursaries. And after bursaries, there's a time. Of course, I understand that you can only play sport till a certain age. But remember, from that age, life only starts at the age 40. So you can start your own company, you can help other kids. Why not? Make another Pongola Mayoral Cup. Like, let's do another one. Why not?
As the day drew to an end, so began the journey of those who have been selected to represent the Upongolo district and provincial level in their respective sporting codes. Testament to the strides made by the forward thinking of the Upongolo municipality, one of the footballers spotted at the tournament was selected to train with the Kaizer Chiefs multi-choice discus squad camp for a week.
If you have programs like this, they actually pave the way for novices who probably don't even know how does one become a professional player or a professional personnel. But through this kind of programs, they've been groomed and they'll probably learn through good coaching, and it will yield a better result.
Once people start to understand you once lived a good, respectable life, so people will always want to find out how did you make it, because they will also want to make it. So by doing that, I think it will help them to be motivated, or to have this self-motivation that will drive them to become better than what we have achieved.
These are our young people. We are investing in their future. And we cannot be apologetic on that, because we want to make them better people tomorrow. So we want them also to appreciate the programs of the municipality in making them better people, and in making them also fighting poverty and also eradicating drugs in our society, creating a disciplined society.
What can say out of all this today's tournament, we are very grateful with the coordination. We were very much coordinated. We are grateful to the team, the organizers, Mr. Ndimande, and of course Prince Africa. He played a very much important role. So we are very much grateful we are hoping and we are certain that 2 years to come, maybe we may not see the result now, but we are certain that 2 years to come, Upongolo will not be the same in economic development and sporting development, also again on the social ill side, because it's a program, it's not a once-off thing. So we'll be monitoring it and on monthly basis. Yeah, so we are hoping that we will get there.